So guys, hello and welcome everyone back to another YouTube video. Now it is currently pouring, so I'm probably going to get in the car to continue this video. But what we're going to be doing today is installing Apple CarPlay into my F21 BMW 1 Series. So if you guys are new around here, make sure you click that like button, also comment and subscribe. I always like to hear your feedback, be it good or bad. I like to hear it because then I can obviously improve on my videos. Today we're going to be installing CarPlay, kind of retrofitting it, which I'm really excited about because obviously recently Define Coding have just installed me a brand new screen, which obviously if I turn it on then it's so much better. So the reason why I haven't done Apple CarPlay, like I've had this box probably for about 3 months, but I've been waiting for this to get installed because I want it to be set up for the big screen, so you have all the apps out properly and not have to install the Apple CarPlay, then install the screen and then change the Apple CarPlay. But now it's all ready to be installed. So I've actually been sent out this MMI box from a company called Bimmer Supplies. But all I'm going to say is, like, this isn't cheap, but you can get some ones online that are like £200, but they're like the Chinese kind of like knockoffs as such. This is, I think, £465 retail, but I do believe I might be able to get a discount code, and also that might not be the exact price, but I will put the exact price on screen anyway. And also I'll put my code that I get, like a percentage code off as well. I can leave that on screen. But yeah, this is like quite a refined one. This one doesn't have any issues and stuff like that, hence the price. Like, this is like a proper one. So I'm really excited to get that installed, and a big shout out to Bimmer Supplies as well. I'll leave all the links in the description and stuff like that. But honestly, I cannot thank him enough. Like, the fact that obviously it's quite an expensive piece of kit, and obviously the company has sent it out for review, which I really appreciate that. So make sure you go check him out and give him some love and support. And obviously if this works and it ends up being good, make sure you go grab yourself one, because hopefully it'll be worth it. So we're actually going to be giving the main guy from Bimmer Supplies a call in a moment, because I kind of know how you install them and apparently it's really easy, but I still want him to be on the phone just in case anything goes wrong. And obviously I'm going to be kind of teaching you guys a little bit about it, so I kind of want to make sure I'm teaching the right things. He's going to be there on the phone just kind of helping me through it, if that makes any sense. Now, I must say I'm super excited to get CarPlay on my car. Obviously mine's a 2016 model, and I do believe it was like after 2018 or maybe 2000, no, I don't think 2017 did have it. 2018 anyway, they had Apple CarPlay, so to retrofit it is pretty cool. And I must just say, I don't know if I mentioned this is actually wireless CarPlay as well, so you don't actually need to plug it in, but you can if you want to. But what I'll do is I'll test the Bluetooth, whether or not it works really well with CarPlay, and if it doesn't work, I'll just use wired, because I already use wired anyway, just because the audio is a bit better. It doesn't ever drop out, and also the album mark comes up, so I'm used to plugging it in anyway. But no, I don't actually know loads about this, like Apple CarPlay box itself, hence why I obviously want the guy to call me up and help me through it. But he did say that it's just a pass-through, so basically when you boot up the car, it will just boot to the normal iDrive system, and you won't even know, you literally won't even know that you've got it installed, which that's what I want. I want it OEM, so you can still use, literally you can still use the normal iDrive screen absolutely fine. But if you want to load up the Apple CarPlay, you have to hold down one of these buttons. I think it's like back or option, and then it will load up. So that's what I really like. So I still want to be able to use that, obviously. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm all set up now. So let's go ahead and give the guy a call. Now, he's not actually from the UK, so it was really nice for him to, obviously, because it's a different time zone, for us to book this call. But it's very similar to Define Coding, but Define Coding obviously remoted on and kind of coded it, but he's just going to be teaching me. But I think apparently it's really easy, but I still kind of want a little bit extra help just in case, because I don't want anything to break. But I'll let you know whether or not I could have done it on my own at the end of the video. So we're pretty much all good to go. I've got all the MMI box and all the cables and stuff down there. I've got trim tools, and then the Torx screws to undo the screen and stuff like that. But now I've just got to disconnect the battery, and then we'll be all set to go. So there we go, guys. The battery is all unplugged. Hello, mate. You alright?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. So guys, I'm just on the phone to Yarno, and we've just currently got like the air vent off, and it was just 2 connectors. So now we've got to take this bit off here, but I've got to take this bit off first, then this bit off, and then I should have access to it all, so then we can start plugging in stuff like that, and also got to remove the screen as well. So basically it's just the whole center console bit here needs removing, and then it'll be a lot easier to reach.
So guys,
guys, this is currently where we're at. So we've basically taken off like the air conditioning, like the interface. We obviously the guy on the phone said he wouldn't recommend like taking it off like this. Apparently you can get this connector out, but for just time's sake I've left it there. And at the back of the air vent you've got two of these to come off, so basically just take it off, pull the cables out. This then has two screws here, you can then pull that off, and then this little trim piece here just literally slides out like that. So far it's fairly straightforward apart from tight clips. So now the actual head unit is out, what we've got to do is, I've just been recommended to take all of these out just so it's easier to actually wire it in a second. So we're going to go ahead, unplug all these as it stands there, and we can then wire the new ones up and plug it all back in. So guys, there we have it. So we've basically got the kind of the whole head unit and everything out. I've just unscrewed the screen, which is obviously what I did in my last video when I installed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pry this up, and I did remember last time I did it was quite tight, so I'll pry it up and unplug the connector from the back. There we go guys, that is the install all done, but what we're going to do is we're just going to leave everything unplugged at the moment. I'm going to boot it up, test it. However, the software on it at the minute is the older software, so we're going to get that updated, and then I'll be able to show you guys around the Apple CarPlay. But first of all, we're going to do a bit of testing, and then I'll be back to you guys in a second. So guys, you probably can't really see me because it's a bit of a weird angle, but this I wanted to, in this video I haven't really given much description, but I kind of wanted to make sure I get it right before I then teach you guys how to kind of do it. So what I'm going to do, if you bear with me, I'm just going to quickly connect it to my Bluetooth, get it all sorted, I'll get it all updated, and we'll have a look and have a bit of a play with it, and then I'll kind of tell you guys how I did it. It's actually a lot better and a lot easier than I thought. Ah, no way, no way, no way, no way. Yo, that is sick. Oh my god. Yes, it works boys, it works. Look how cool that is. I've never been so happy about a car mod in all my life. That is sick. Right, now let's test the speakers and see if this works. I'm so happy, honestly. I've wanted Apple CarPlay for so long. Please work, please work. Yes! So guys, it is now probably about an hour on from when I started this video, and this is currently the situation. So, everything is literally installed, we've tested it all, and it literally works absolutely perfect, which I'm so happy, because sometimes you can get a few little teething issues, or you have to plug in other cables, but luckily, mine doesn't require any other cables, so it's all good to go. So if I go ahead and turn on my car, there we go. So as you can see, it's literally loaded up into the literal full OEM system, so I can go through like I can go through vehicle information. It's the exact same as the original. Obviously it is still the original, it's just a pass through. But if you hold down the menu button for a couple of seconds, then as you can see it opens up CarPlay, and then you can then go to here, and it is literally Apple CarPlay. And then if I click on Spotify and click play on some sort of song, if I just go here, actually let me get a non-copyrighted song. Just for copyright reasons, let's find a copyrighted song, a non-copyrighted song, sorry, and then look at that. So if I go on this, click play, it literally works. It literally works absolutely perfect, and the quality of it is seriously good. Like, it's seriously good. So I was going to show you the maps, but obviously I can't do that because my location, stuff like that. But it literally is proper CarPlay. How cool is that? And so far, no glitches. No glitches at all, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a drive in a moment. For about half an hour or so, and then I'll end the video after that, just to see if I get any like any minor glitches and stuff like that. But so far, this is honestly awesome. It's going to change my whole entire car. Like, it's actually so much more moderner now. Like, if I hold down the menu button again, it goes back to the original. Like, you wouldn't even know it's installed. And that is one thing I like about this. You wouldn't even know it's installed. You don't have to plug an external mic. The mic will go straight up through to there, into the car. Nothing needs to change. When you actually put the dash back, you won't even know it's installed. And that's what I like about this box. Sometimes you got to pay a little bit extra to get all these features. Let me get all this plugged back in, and then I'll be back to you guys when we got the whole entire car back up together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bit of a run through of what's basically, what's actually happened and how it all works. So essentially it's pretty easy. You take off the vents here, you then undo the screen but leave it all plugged in. I then unscrewed the AC bit here, you then pull that out, really simple, and that is that there, so I just rested it up there. I then just went ahead and undid the 2 screws in there, pulled this unit out, and then it's just a case of unplugging all of these cables in the back of there, and then simply following the instructions in the box that you get given when you buy this box. And it's all it is this is a pass-through. So if a cable, for example, goes into the screen from this, normally it would go from this into the new box into the screen, if that makes any sense. It's fairly simple pass through, and yeah, there's literally no other cables you need adding apart from the antenna, which I'm going to stick in there. So I'm going to stick it in there, so it will be right there. My phone normally sits up here anyway, so it will be right next to it, so the connectivity should be good. And on the front here it has all different toggles, but in the instruction manual it tells you what ones you need. But here I've got three of the prongs facing down. That is because I've got the 8.8 inch, like the Pro Nav kind of screen. But I do believe if you have the 6.5, it's only 2. But yeah, literally, it's fairly straightforward. Like, it's really straightforward. I just want to give a massive shout out to Bimmer Supplies for supplying this, obviously, for a video, and obviously calling me as well. Like, that is good customer service. And he did actually say, like, why, like, people might ask, like, why would you pay more money and why would you go with this company? Now, I can completely agree with him. Like, shipping is super quick. The quality of the product is so much better than the Chinese ones. The customer service is like 24/7. You can literally message him and he's there on the dot, which I think is pretty good. And yeah, you just get the reassurance that he's always there to help. But yeah, that underneath is the box. There's only literally 4 things you got to plug into it. It's really not that hard, to be fair. But yeah, let's put it all back together. So guys, it's a little bit later on. I've been out for a drive and it's all obviously put back in, and all I'm going to say is this is awesome. Honestly, I've only ever tried CarPlay on my mum's Hyundai and it wasn't that great because the screen isn't that big, but honestly, I'm super impressed. Now there's a few extra like features that I thought was quite cool. So obviously if you hold down the menu button, it goes back to the like the normal iDrive, and if you hold down it again, it then goes back to CarPlay. Now, one awesome feature that I only found out when I was going for a quick drive then was that when you put it in reverse, it actually brings up, I don't know if I can show you this here. Look, if I put it in reverse, it switches back to the OEM reverse thing, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, once again, a massive shout out to Bimmer Supplies for supplying this for this video. Obviously sent it out for like a review model, so really appreciate that. But what I will do is, if you do want to go ahead and buy one of these, obviously I'll leave all links and information on screen and in the description. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to link a few videos down below to some full in detail videos on how to install this. But this was kind of a video to kind of put the product out there, show a little bit of what's going on and how easy it is to do. And hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and also maybe pick one up for yourself, because I definitely think they're worth it. Like, look how much better that looks. Like, if I open my Spotify and then go along to my library and then go to like songs, like look how much better all this interface looks. It's honestly so much nicer. So guys, if you did go ahead and enjoy this video of me installing CarPlay into my car, make sure you leave a like rating, also comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys very soon in a brand new video. Cheers.